Being exceptional isn't revolutionary. It's lonely. It separates you from your community. Who are you really without community? I've been held up consistently as a token, as the right kind of trans woman, educated, able-bodied, attractive, articulate, heteronormative. It promotes the delusion that because I made it, that level of success is easily accessible to all young trans women. Let's be clear, it is not. We need stories of hope and possibility, stories that reflect the reality of our lived experiences. When such stories exist, as writer and publisher Barbara Smith writes, then each of us will not only know better how to live, but how to dream. We must also deconstruct these stories and contextualize them and shed a light on the many barriers that face trans women, specifically those of color and those from low-income communities, who aim to reach the not-so-extraordinary things I have grasped. Living freely and without threat or notice as I am, making a safe, healthy living and finding love, these things should not be out of reach. Having made it leaves me with survivor's guilt. I often go home after delivering a keynote or appearing on television and pull the lashes from my face, pile my wild curls atop my head, and face myself. I'm bare and vulnerable, looking at myself exactly as I am, not how I hope to be perceived, and asking, why me? Redefining Realness is my attempt to extend that nakedness and vulnerability to you. It is about those parts of ourselves that we silence every day, those parts that we all store away in boxes deep within where they gather the dust of shame that clouds us. In this book, I aim to open those boxes, display their content, and be accountable to my truth. This process was gradual and challenging, one in which I had to excavate answers within myself for some tough questions. Who am I really? How does that answer contribute to the world? How do I tell my story authentically without discounting all the facets and identities that make me? Can I resolve my personal history with sexual abuse, body image, self-love, and sex, as well as unpack my relationship with womanhood, beauty, objectification, and passing? I hope this book offers clarity and pushes you toward beginnings and conclusions of your own. My ultimate goal with Redefining Realness is to stand firmly in my truth. I believe that telling our stories, first to ourselves and then to one another and the world, is a revolutionary act. It is an act that can be met with hostility, exclusion, and violence. It can also lead to love, understanding, transcendence, and community. I hope that my being real with you will help empower you to step into who you are and encourage you to share yourself with those around you. It's through my personal decision to be visible that I finally see myself. There's nothing more powerful than truly being and loving yourself.